Let us learn CMD in 16 minutes. Basically, the command prompt is a text-based user interface which allows the user to navigate through his files and directories, create and delete files and directories, as well as copy and cut. Usually go ahead and press on Windows Explorer icon, press on the Documents folder, then press on a folder named Cat Gallery and double-click on a cat photo. You are using the graphical user interface to access files and directories. But we can do all of this with only text. To open CMD, just press on the Windows key and type CMD. What you are seeing in front of you right now is called a path, and the path basically tells you where you are. I am in my user directory, which is inside the users directory, which is inside my C drive. Now let's say I want to go to my desktop, and my desktop is inside my user directory. So what I can say is I could say cd, which stands for change directory, and mention the directory's name, which is desktop. Right now I am inside my desktop and I can access all its elements. Now to go back to my user directory, all I need to do is say cd and double points. Like this, I am back only one directory, which is I am back from desktop to user. Okay, let's say I'm gonna go back to my desktop. Right now I want to go to my C drive. Well, basically I need to go back 3 directories: desktop, user, then users to arrive to my C drive. All I need to do is say cd, double points, and that will take me back 1 directory. To go back 2 directories, I will say / double points / double points. Now I'm going back 3 directories. And right now I am inside my C drive. Right here I can go ahead and access my D drive, let's say, by writing D and colon, and there it is. Also, if I have a USB plugged in, I could access it. Well, in my case it's named F, so I am right now accessing my USB. Now if I want to see all the content of my USB, I could go ahead and say dir, which will list for me all the content inside my USB. So I basically have 2 folders, folder 1 and folder 2. Let's say I want to access folder 2. I'll say cd folder 2. And right now I am inside my folder 2, which is inside my USB. Now to see the content of the folder 2, I'm going to say dir, and as you can see I have a image.jpg. Now, do you think we can open and see this image? Well, of course we can, by simply writing its name. I'm going to say image.jpg, and there it is. This is the image. It is a subscribe button. And this could work on any type of file. It could be a Python file, a text file, a HTML file, anything. Just write its name and press enter. Now I'll go back to my USB by saying cd double points. And now how do I go back to my C drive? Basically it's very easy. Just say C and colon, and now you're back in your C drive. Now to go back to user, I need to pass by the users directory, then the user. So I'm gonna say cd users / user. Now let's say I want to go to my desktop right now. I'm gonna say another / and say desktop. Right now I am inside my desktop, which is inside the user directory, which is inside the users, which is inside my C drive. Let us say I want to see not all the elements, but a specific type of element inside my desktop. Let us say I want to see all the images of .jpg. How do I do it? Well, I basically say dir star and then mention the extension. In my case, I wanted .jpg. So right now, I'm gonna check or see all the elements that are an image with a .jpg extension. Basically, I have only this image, which is a .jpg image. Now I could say dir *, and then say let's say py, all the Python files inside my desktop. Basically, I don't have, that's why they wrote for me file not found. And so you can say dir *, and add any extension you want. Now to delete any file, let's say I want to delete this image from my desktop, all I need to do is say del and mention its name. So it is image.jpg, and like this, I'll be able to delete this image. Now if I dir desktop, and I'm gonna search inside, and nope, I don't see it, so it was deleted. Now let me clear this interface by saying cls, which stands for clear, and like this, my command prompt will be brand new. Let us say I want to create a folder. I will name it folder 1. How to do it? So I'm gonna say mkdir, which stands for make directory, and then mention its name, which is folder 1. Now if I dir desktop, and let me search where it is, and there it is, I found it. We've created a folder which is called folder 1. Let us say I want to change the name of this folder. I don't want it to be folder 1. I want it to be my folder. How to do it? Well, basically I would say rename, mention the folder that I want to change its name, which is folder 1, and mention its new name, which is my folder. Now if I dir, let me go and search for it, and there it is, my folder instead of folder 1, because we renamed it. Now let us delete this folder. Of course, we cannot use del or del because it is for files. But to delete folders, we have a special command which is rmdir, which stands for remove directory. So rmdir and then mention the directory's name, which is in my case, my folder. Right now I'm gonna dir desktop. Let us see if it's still there. And no, it's not, so it was deleted. Now I'll recreate a folder called folder1. So mkdir, and I'm gonna name it folder1. I'll go in it, say cd folder1, and right now I want to create a text file. And how do we do it? Very simple. I'm gonna say echo, and I'm gonna say hello world, and I'm gonna name this file. So text.txt. Right now let me dir folder1, and as you can see we have created a text file which is text.txt. Now how do we open this file? It's very easy, just write its name. So text.txt, and right now it opened for us a notepad file which says hello world. So basically this hello world over here was written inside notepad. Now to see what is written inside my text file, all I need to do is say type and mention the text file which is text.txt, and we could see what is written inside, which is hello world. Now what if I say echo and I say hello everyone and say text.txt? Do you think it will create a new file with the name of text.txt? But remember, we already have a file with the name of text.txt. Let's see what will happen. Okay, nothing happened. dir, we still have text.txt. But let us go ahead and type text.txt. So basically what happened is, by using this command right over here, we are overwriting the text.txt file. And I don't want that. I just want to add a new line to my text.txt. How to do it? Well, it's very easy. I'm gonna say echo, let's say hello world. This time I'm gonna add two greater than signs and say text.txt. Now if I type text.txt, it won't be overwritten. Hello everyone will say, and it will add for me hello world. Basically, you can create any type of file using this echo command. So I can say echo, and instead I'm gonna say python.py. Right now if I dir folder1, I should have a python.py file. Of course I could create also an HTML file. So I'm gonna say echo index.html, dir folder1, I have an index.html file. Now I'm gonna go back to my desktop. Let's say I want to delete this folder. Well, we all know how to do it. rmdir folder1. And I wrote it wrong, so rmdir folder1. This directory is not empty, so basically you cannot use rmdir to delete an unempty folder. We use it to delete an empty folder. So what to do in this case? Basically, I'll say rmdir folder1 and add a /s. Like this, they will ask me if I am sure to delete the folder1. I'll say yes, and then if I dir desktop and let us search, nope, folder1 is not here. So basically, to delete an unempty folder, you should use rmdir /s. Now I'm going to show you something. If I say rmdir / and a question mark, you can access the help center, which will explain to you what each command can do. So I could go ahead and say echo and / question mark. It will explain for me what echo does. So make sure to use it if you want to understand more the commands. Now I will recreate folder1, so mkdir folder1. And I will enter it and say cd folder1, and I'm going to create two folders inside. I'm going to say mkdir fold1 and mkdir fold2. I'm going to enter fold1, and I'm going to add basically two files. I'm going to say echo, and inside folder1 I'm going to add echo, and I'm going to add a txt file. Okay, let's say I want to copy this txt file inside folder1 to fold1. Okay, so what to do now? I'm going to say copy. I'm going to say text.txt, so I want to mention what I want to copy, and I want to mention next where to put it. I'm going to put it inside fold1. So one file copied. If I dir fold1, as you can see, I have index.html, python.py, and text.txt. But remember, fold1 and folder1 has text.txt because we just copied, not cut. Now let's say I want to copy all the content of fold1 to fold2. Very simple. I'm going to say copy fold1 to fold2. Now if I dir fold2, as you can see, it will have all the elements inside fold1. They're right now inside fold2. Now I'm gonna go ahead and delete everything inside fold 2. So I basically deleted everything inside fold 2, and right now let's go ahead and do something else. I'm gonna go to fold 1 and I'm gonna add a directory. Make dir, I'm gonna call it sub. I'm gonna enter the sub directory. I'm gonna create a echo, or a text file, excuse me, text.txt. Now I'm gonna go back to directories, back to my folder 1. Let's say I want to copy all the content of folder 1 to folder 2. Okay, we know how to say copy fold 1 to fold 2. Okay, let's say dir fold 2. That's weird. It doesn't have the sub directory that I have inside fold 1. Well, I basically wanted to copy everything inside fold 1 to fold 2. Well, what happened exactly is, when you say copy, it won't copy everything inside the folder. Basically, it won't copy the subdirectories inside the folder. It will copy all the files, not the subdirectories. So how to fix it? Let me go ahead and delete everything in folder 2, and let's go ahead and do this process. So how to do it? I'm gonna use xcopy, okay? I'm gonna say fold 1 to fold 2 and mention /s. Look what will happen. Right now, if I dir fold 2, it will have the subdirectory inside it. Let me go to fold 2 right now, and I'm gonna go to the sub, or no, let me dir sub, and as you can see, it have the txt file inside. So basically, if you want to copy a folder that has inside a subdirectory, you should use xcopy with this /s. Let's see what folder 1 has inside. Okay, it has a txt file and it has 2 directories. Let's say I want to go ahead and cut this txt file and put it inside folder 1. That means I want to move it to folder 1. All I need to do is I'm going to say move, and I'm going to mention what to move, which is this txt file, and I'm going to move it where? To fold 1. And let me first dir folder 1. As you can see, it doesn't have any more this txt file because we move it to folder 1. Let me go ahead and dir fold 1. As you can see, it has the text.txt because we moved this text.txt from folder 1 to fold 1. I hope that makes sense. So if I right now want to move folder 1 to folder 2, all I need to do is say move fold 1 to fold 2, alright? Now if I dir fold 1 won't exist right here because we moved fold 1 to fold 2. If I dir fold 2, it will have fold 1. Let me go inside fold 2 and dir fold 1. There it is. We have our txt file inside. I basically created a text file right now. Let's go to file attributes. So what attributes means? So attributes are basically how the file behave. Now what are these file attributes? All I need to do is access the help center by saying @rib. Right now I'm inside the help center and there they are. Those are the attributes of files. Basically, we won't cover all, we're just gonna cover the basics. Now I want to know the attributes of my file.txt that is inside my folder 1. All I need to do is say @rib file.txt, and basically it is a archive file because it has the attribute of a. If we go to the help center, a means archive. Now I want to change this attribute to read only. All I need to do is say @rib -a plus r, which is read only. I'm gonna mention the file name, which is file.txt. Now basically, when a file is a read-only file, you cannot just go ahead and write something inside it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and try it right now. Let us say I want to say echo. I'm gonna add hello world. Am I gonna overwrite it? I'm gonna add. So I'm gonna say file.txt. And we'll get this error, we'll get access is denied. Why? Because it is a read-only file. Let me type what is inside this file.txt. Well, we have only echo is on. So basically, you cannot go ahead and add something inside this file because it has an attribute of read only. Now let's say I want to hide this file. All I need to do is say @rib and use the hidden attribute by first saying -r because we want to take off this attribute and add a new one, which is h, which means hidden, and mention the file name, which is file.txt. Now let me dir folder 1 because when we say a file is hidden, that means we cannot see it, right? So I'm going to say dir, and basically I can only see folder 2 or fold 2. But where is this text.txt? Well, it is hidden. And now if I go and use the graphical user interface, I also can see it. And there it is. I am inside my desktop and inside folder 1, and there is no text.txt here. Now to bring it back, all I need to do is just change the attribute to archive or read only. But let's change it to archive. I'm going to say -h plus a and file.txt. And if I dir folder 1, there it is back. Now I want to teach you something extra. Let's say you want to change the color of your command prompt. All I need to do is say color and open the help center. As you can see, there are the colors that we can use. Right now we've accessed the help center, and basically these are the colors that we can use. So if I say color, and the first digit will be for the background. They said it over here. The second one will be for the foreground or the font color. So let's say I'm gonna say for the background 0, which is black, and let's say 7, white, for the font. Okay, that's the default. So color 0, let's say, I don't know, C. There it is. So black and red. Amazing. Let's go ahead and say color. I'm gonna write anything A and 9. Basically we have red, green and blue. Alright, now to reset the color, all I need to do is say color. There it is, you just resetted the color. Alright, this is it. We've learned all the basics of command prompt in 16 minutes. Right now you are able to do anything you want using the text-based interface method or CMD. I hope you enjoyed and got some value from it. And don't forget to subscribe. Now, if you are looking for an in-depth tutorial about CMD, make sure to visit this playlist and check out all my CMD videos. But let's say you want to learn a programming language like Python. Make sure to visit this playlist for an in-depth Python tutorial.